TDL DIY. Today we got a PS4 remote. I'm going to show you how to take it apart and fix it. The X button and some of these other buttons. Circle's pretty good. Triangle's good. Square's not so good. X not good. And my D-pad just isn't working. This is my brother-in-law's controller. I guess he had played it for a bit and doesn't work. Kind of wears out over time. Some of these other buttons are working pretty good, so I've ordered something here on Amazon. It's our rebuild kit basically, and we're gonna open it for the first time here and take a look at what we got. Appears to be it. Just a little box. I picked this up for I think about around 10 bucks. I got Amazon Prime, so it comes free shipping. But you can find it cheaper, but then you end up paying $7 or $5 extra for shipping. So basically, what we're going to replace today should be just this one and this one. So this is the side, and this is the D-pad side, I believe. We got some other pieces in here that we can take a look at, see if they need replacing too, but that's pretty much it. I already have taken this apart to kind of see what was wrong with it. I put it back together. I forgot to put the battery in, but I'll show you where the battery goes. So we're going to flip it over. You have 4 Phillips head, like micro screws. We're going to take that off. So just the 4 screws. Things should just be able to lift up on one of the sides and it should start to pry up. There we go. First time taking it apart might be a little bit hard, and just be careful. You got this wire here, or ribbon. All you have to do is just pull back on it gently, and it will come right out. So that's basically this piece. That's the bottom. We're just gonna set it off to the side here. This is another great little tool you're gonna see in a minute why we need it, or just something maybe with rubber tips. So the battery. This is the battery, and it would sit right here in this tray. It's only one way for it to go, and that's where it sits, so it can power the remote up, obviously. All right. And there's one more screw, which I'd failed to put back in, but that screw goes right here. And this is to hold everything down. So once you got that out, it should pop right out. So you got 5 screws all together. We're going to put that one separate. I think they're all the same, but we'll just keep that one separate for now. So from here, now the unit is somewhat free. I can almost pull it apart, but as you can see right here, there's another ribbon. As you can see, there's a little bit of a pull tab on it, so you should, I think from this angle you should be able to see. So I'm going to just take some needle nose pliers, and this is just a plastic tab. We're just going to grab it and wiggle it back and forth gently. And that's just a plastic tab that you're grabbing. You're not actually grabbing the ribbon. So just so you guys know. Now we're going to gently push that in the hole and lift this piece up. So this whole piece lifts right up, and now keep that trackpad piece there, and everything should be good to go. So we're just going to set this off to the side as well, and we're going to keep that piece as a whole, just because I don't need to take any other pieces apart. Even though this rebuild kit comes with a lot of other pieces, comes with pretty much all the pieces. We'll maybe replace the center piece here too. You can see the two sides that we're going to be replacing. There's also I don't know if you can kind of see in here, but there's a rubber piece right in there. You should be able to see. So each side has a rubber piece, and that should be I believe these white pieces here. They seem to be clicking very good, so I'm not gonna bother replacing those. I don't see a need for it at this time. So we'll just leave that, put that off to the side for now. The main reason why we're in here, and I can show you when I go to push on A, you can see that piece is coming right up, and that shouldn't. And pushing on, I think it's square. Oh, this is the D-pad, so most of these are all broke except up. Up is good. See it returns back. All these other ones I just push right through. So A is no good. Circle's good. Triangle's good. This one's not too bad, but it is ripped. So we're gonna just pull these off. Very simple. If there's any other dirt and debris, just kind of get it out while you're doing it. So we're just going to put it in the same way we took it out. I have a lot of friends with PS4s, and I'm assuming this is going to be a problem with them eventually as well. I have a PS4, and I haven't come into this situation yet, but it's very easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of skills, not a lot of tools, just a needle nose pliers and a Phillips Phillips head, and should be good. So, right. So that was my fault. Put it in the right way, it should work. So it seems to be in there, seems to be done. You know what, while I'm in here, I think I'm going to replace this one too, just in case it wants to fail later on. It saves me some time. But I will put it in the bag in case this other one fails by any chance. Super easy. That's all there is to her, guys. So now we're going to proceed with putting it back together. This part can be a little tricky, but not that bad, and it doesn't take really all that long to. So we're just going to feed this. Make sure this ribbon gets pushed up in there, right in this little hole. We're going to feed the ribbon right in here. So. At the same time, you're all trying to line up all these the joysticks and everything else. So, they're lined up pretty good. So I'm just going to take my pliers. Being very, very gentle and careful with it. Trying to line it up. Put it back. It's back in place now. Now we'll get our one screw. Make sure we put that in. And make sure the whole unit gets seated properly. So you want to lift this off the ground or your table, work surface that you're working on. Just lift it up so we can attach this screw. So everything seats in properly. Next step, we'll get the battery put in here. And for the final step, we're going to get this ribbon put on. Or not quite the final step, but getting it all close. I don't know if you can really see this, but oh, there we go. The way you can tell it's seated is there's a black line there, and it should be almost pushed right all the way in. So that's how you know it's all seated and properly. So the other part you're gonna have to is this part. You gotta kind of feed it in first. Kind of sits in behind, and then it should all snap in. Just be careful when you're doing it. There we go. Should be getting seated here. Now we're just going to put our 4 screws on, and well, that's it. Just tighten it down. You can put them in any way you want, just put them hand tight. You don't want to over tighten these because you'll strip them. Now you just want to go back to the first one, make sure that one's all tight. There it is. Alright, and let's, oh, the X works a lot better. All these buttons are very snappy, and that's what we want. So I think this is all fixed up. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video if you liked what you saw. I could be doing other content like this as long as you guys, if something you guys want. Just don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below to tell me what you thought, or if any other videos you'd like to see in the future. Just feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and keep watching.